Being in the opinion department on October 22nd was a bit different than being out in the newsroom because everyone else was scrambling to actually find out what was happening. And of course here we knew that we were going to be doing something quite different in the next day's paper than we had planned when we came into work that morning. But we didn't know exactly what it was going to be. So our first reaction was, like everyone else in Ottawa, I and my colleagues in the opinion section were, texting our loved ones. My own partner works for the public service downtown, and his building was on lockdown, and so most of us were just trying to make sure that our loved ones were safe and find out what was actually happening. And there's a certain sense of a little bit of powerlessness when you work in the newsroom and you're not a reporter, because you can't go out there and get the story and you're not quite sure what to do while you're waiting for facts. So the first thing I did was actually buy coffee for everybody in the newsroom and get a big vat of that and try to just keep everybody together and going and see what I could do to help. And then as the morning wore on, I felt that how I was feeling was probably a lot of how everyone else in the city was feeling about the sense of violation in the city where I live. And so I wrote a column, a very personal column about that, about how it felt to not know, how it felt to see these beautiful places where we go and we do yoga on the hill and we walk and we feel so free there, how it felt to have those places violated and to be so afraid. And so I wrote a column about that, and I posted it online in the middle of the afternoon. And the reaction was overwhelming and overwhelmingly positive. A lot of people felt that it said what they had wanted to say at this point in the day, that they were frightened and that they didn't, that they had never seen anything happen like this in Ottawa before. And that's really all that my column was saying. There was a little bit of negative reaction of the kind that it was too early for think pieces, that it was too early to have a look at the situation in such depth, which I thought was interesting because it suggested that the way we feel now is that it's okay to have immediate reactions on Twitter or on Facebook, but if it's in the newspaper, it shouldn't be so fast. And I thought that was really interesting, and I'm not sure if that'll be the case in a few years or if it's a sign of this sort of discomfort with breaking news and how old media and new media work on that together. But overwhelmingly, the column seemed to really speak for a lot of people, and I was proud of that. And I was proud of our editorial the next day, which was written by my colleague James Gordon, about how Ottawa stood together and where we go next after that.